Base44 uses AI to code you websites and web apps like this. It's a new tool that does all the coding for you, all the integrations for you, but does it really hold up to testing and creating amazing web apps that you've always dreamed of? My name's Connor Martin and I've created more than 50 apps with AI so far. I use tools like Bolt.new, Lovable, and Base44. So in this video, we're going to be talking all about Base44. I'm going to show you what it can and what it can't do, its pricing, some pros and cons, the good things about it, the bad things about it, and who this app is for. So let's get into it. When you sign up for the app, you will have a little box like this. They all kind of look like this. And all you need to do is get your idea, just type it out in plain English, what it is that you want to create, and it will create it for you. So there are some ideas of things you can do to get started, but I thought for this one I would test out something that I created in Bolt.new, which is another similar tool that we'll be comparing to later, and we'll see how it compares to that. So this is the simple website that I made. It's just a weekly planner to help me plan my week. Okay, I can add my little tasks here, all of that, and it's very simple tasks. So hopefully Base44 should be able to create something similar. So I just put in my prompt here of all the things that I wanted really. What I actually use for this is Bolt.new's discussion mode or enhanced prompt. So it would actually write all this down. I usually, how I do this, I just record my voice and describe exactly what I want. And then I use Bolt's enhanced prompt to actually create this like more simple for the AI to understand prompt. You can also add some styling instructions here with Base44. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. If you're not too familiar with design, you can use glassmorphism. Actually, we're using that in this app that we're making, and all these different styles. So yeah, it's a pretty cool idea to get you started. You don't have to put your prompt like this, but you just describe exactly what you want to see. So then you just click go here, enter, and it will start creating the app. So in the background now, the AI is writing all of the code, right? And it'll just describe the little things here that it's doing, right? So that's kind of like your assistant here that you can add changes to your app, and you can also have a discussion with it to see, what is a good idea. I use this a lot for support, right? So if I'm not sure, it's like, oh, how do I do this? And then I ask the discussion, or if I just want to say, do this, can you do this? And then I check what it says it's going to do, and then I implement at that point, because you don't want to go off the wrong path with, stuff it starts doing wrong, and then you're trying to come back and stuff like that. It gets a bit more difficult. So you can see it's doing all of the tasks here. It's building it up. It's going to preview it here. Okay, so our app is now ready. It looks a little bit different than the Bolt app. To be honest, it does look quite well. Let's see if I can add some tasks here. Let's see, record video here. Okay, so it adds the video, or it adds the task, and then I can tick it. And when so a very simple app, which it works perfectly well, and you can click through the different days. So for tasks like this, Base44 can be really good. But I guess what a lot of people want to do is create apps for other people, right? Because this is great for me, but is it actually good for other people? Not really. We need to create something a bit more complicated, and we'll get onto that in a minute. Another thing you can do here is down here in the left corner is the visual edit. So when you click on that, you can actually highlight anything, and it will kind of direct the AI to actually change that. So you could say like this one is like, okay, let's say change it to blue. Okay, and I can just change the colors to blue, or whatever it is you want to do in those components. Now, a lot of people want to know how to actually get these websites onto the internet. Well, to do that, all you need to do is press publish here, and it will actually publish the app. You can also share it. If you don't want to just publish it, then you can just copy it here and other people can use it, or you can email it to people. So of course, when you publish it, it will have this weird kind of domain that, it's not really great for Google search or anything like that if you want to get traffic from a search engine or something like that. But you can actually buy custom domains, but they are on the paid plan. So one of the main features I like about Base44 is this dashboard here. So actually you can do a ton of stuff. There's loads of integrations here. So there are tons of things that you can actually do without writing any code to get this stuff done, right? To actually build an app, usually there's several things that you need to store, right? Information at the back end, right? What we saw before was just the front end, what a user sees. But if you want to save information, it needs to save somewhere. So you can save users, right? If you add a login page or something like that to your app, they get saved there. Then you can save data, right? So usually in other app builders like this, you have to do a bit more technical work to actually get this going. growing. I have a full course about how to do this in bolt.new. If you want to check that out, I'll leave it down in the description. Analytics is great, right? So you can see how many people are actually looking at your website and using your website. Domains, this is what I was talking about. If you want to use your own custom domain. So if you want to say weeklyplanner.com, then you need to pay for a premium plan on base 44 and also buy your domain, right? So that domain will probably cost hundreds of dollars, except it's probably already gone, of course. But anyway, onto security, right? You have security issues, and you can change the code as well. If you are a developer, you can go into the different files and add APIs. So obviously it depends a little bit on the complexity of your app, but APIs are a great way to integrate things like ChatGPT into your app. So as I said before, I've built a ton of apps, and what I feel that in base 44, it's really good for people, for beginners, right, who are just getting started and just trying out with simple apps like this. I'm not sure I would use it for something more complex. I prefer bolt.new, or if you really want to get into developing, then there's other tools like Cursor that actually stores on your computer, right? So it's a lot more complex to use, but it's obviously a lot more powerful. So the way that I think about these is, like Wix, for example, on the one hand, which actually bought this tool, is usually more expensive, but for businesses, it's very simple to get a website going and get it ready, and people can use it. It's very easy to use. This is kind of the example of AI coding tools that Wix presents, and WordPress, for example, which powers like 40-50% of the whole internet, is a lot more customizable. You could do so many things. You can do literally anything with WordPress, right? But it does take a little bit of a learning curve. There's a few extra little pieces that you need to put together. You need to get your hosting, you need to install it. It's not crazy difficult, but there are a few things you need to learn. And that's quite similar with the other tools that I put in this category of beginner friendly AI coding tools like bolt.new and Lovable. I'll leave those tools in the description as well if you want to try them out. Otherwise, I have plenty of videos on my channel if you want to watch anything, tutorials about how to do this, how to really create that next level app that you want. So in terms of pricing, it's a little bit difficult to compare all of these tools because they basically use different ways of pricing. So Base and Lovable both use like a credit, basically a message. So every time you send one message, then that's like one credit, or so you get like 30 credits per month with Lovable, for example, and 25 messages a month with Base 44, and then you need to pay. So in my case, I used one or two messages there to make my simple app, but you can imagine if something is a bit more complex that needs more changes, you will definitely need to move up to at least the entry tier very quick. So with bolt.new, it really works a little bit differently. It actually counts, the amount of tokens that the AI uses, right? So it's basically using, ChatGPT or Claude, their API, and just adding a little bit of price on top of it. So in this case, they're using 1 million tokens per month, and you have 150K daily limit. So in this case, I prefer this pricing model because if you just want to make a small change, it's going to use a small amount of tokens. Of course, you want to build something big, it's going to use even more tokens and could end up costing a little bit more than these ones. So for example, I'm subscribed to the bolt.new one. I used it a lot for like $50 a month. I'll show you the app that I created. So this is the app that I created. It's a language learning tool, and it just has tons and tons of features that I created, and you can actually talk, and it has tons of integrations and stuff. So I built that with about $50 a month plan. So tons and tons of features in this one, and so many things that I created in this one. On that point, you can add Stripe to your base 44, but it will cost, it's on the premium plan. So as you can see, the prices go up. In fact, it goes up. You can do like a $50 a month plan. This one is for teams, right? If you want to collaborate with different people, but there's a $50, there's a $100, and there's a $200 pricing plan, and these are the premium tiers for base 44. And Lovable, it goes up and up and up There's yeah, I don't know how far it goes up, but like 500, even $1,000 a month probably for Lovable, depending on the credits and the team plan that you want. Some good things about these tools, right, is the token rollover. So both, if you have bought tokens, the month before, then it will roll over to the next, which I really like. As far as I know, they also have this in base 44, but it's in the enterprise. So you can see the full plans here, everything you can do. So the custom domains is only on the $50 a month. For me as a marketer, and I like to try to make money out of this, I think this is like the most important thing, because nobody is going to go to a website that's all sort of random letters or something. You know yourself, you want to go to a website that has .com or .net or something like that. So I really wish that was on the free plan. And that's kind of one of the things that, with Bolt, for example, it's actually hosted with Netlify at the moment. And Netlify allow me to, add as many domains as I want for free. Basically I've created so many websites for free and just paid for my own domain name. So one of the most interesting parts about this pricing to me is the integration credits. So what does that actually mean? Well, you can see here that base 44 has integrations. So that means that you can basically use these tools, these APIs inside. You just set them up very simply, and then yeah, you can just use them. But every time you use them, it's going to be an integration credit. So quite interesting. It's going to be very hard to break down if that's more cheap or cheaper or more expensive, because all of these will cost different amounts. So it will be very difficult to know. I prefer using, especially like for ChatGPT, I prefer to use the OpenAI API. It can be a little bit more difficult to actually integrate it. I'll show you now where it is on the app here. So in the integration here, this one here in particular is quite difficult to integrate. I've made another video on the channel about how to integrate this into Bolt, for example, but here we can just create the integration here. Okay, so you still need to actually use your API keys to actually use it. This does get a little bit more complicated, really. I mean, this should be a little bit simpler, right, than anything else, but I do understand they're trying to make this as simple as possible for users. But to be honest, I found it easy. I don't even know how to develop, and I managed to do this in Bolt.new. So I don't really get how this is helping that much. And I do think it's worth learning how to integrate APIs yourself, because okay, we have like 15 here, but you can literally use an API, call any other tool across the internet, and add it into your account. So if you know how to do it, then yeah, it's just amazing. In Bolt, I just actually prompt it and say, add the integration of a certain tool, and it will be able to write the code for me. And then I just need to add in that code that you saw before, the API key. Okay, so they also have some app templates, which I think is cool, that you can actually just click on these and clone them. So let's have a look at cloning one of these now. Okay, so I cloned the app and you can see it looks all right. I mean, so yeah, this is just not really the best design in the world. I mean, it's great that we can clone this and have this as a start, but I mean, I'm not the best designer in the world, but I think that my design is much better on these apps here. I think that looks really cool and looks like a real website. This one needs a bit of work. I feel like Base 44 needs a bit of help with their design. Okay, so let's look at pros and cons of a tool like Base 44. So the first thing is the speed, right? You can just get something done super fast, right? Get your MVP, get it done from scratch in a few minutes with a few prompts, right? So I really think this is great for product managers. I think this is changing the way they are working now, right? Or designers. Designers probably won't use this. They'll probably use Lovable or Bolt, right? Or V0. They're better at design. But I think if you want to try to get the idea of your product, of how it works, if you want to communicate that, then this is great. This is a great tool for you, right? The next one is the all-in-one, right? So especially if you are new to this type of idea of like how all the pieces of coding and developing a website come together, is like this is great, because you don't need to try to figure out the back end, how the hosting, the authentication users, right? They can be a little bit complex, right? And some people find it a little bit difficult, right? That's kind of why I made the Bolt new course. That's it teaches people how to go from zero to a web app in as fast as possible, right? And analytics is something I really like, and really hope that the rest of the tools also add, because I love analytics. I love checking. I have so many websites, right, with thousands of people coming every day. So I like to see where they're coming from. I like to see, what they're doing. All of this analytics is really good. Has an accessible interface, right? It's super easy to use, I think, and the easy visual editing, I like that too. It's affordable, right? I guess it depends on your level of coding knowledge. If you know a lot about coding, then you would probably say it's very expensive. But for new people, you can get started for whatever, $25 a month. It's not too bad. And they have some community and support, right? If you join Discord, they have some support there. The cons for me, especially, is the limited customization, right? So actually, we said it was super easy to integrate, users and all of that. But if you have thousands and thousands of users, I'm not sure how this is going to work. There's less customization that you can use. Like with Bolt and Lovable, they use Supabase for the backend, and that's just a tool that is just built for storing all the information. Can do tons and tons of things, more complex, of course, but there's more learning, but then more powerful. Okay, so yeah, I feel, there's a bit limited customization. The lock-in risks, right? If you get stuck with this, then you don't really know how much it's costing you for, let's say, 11 Labs or ChatGPT in your website. Which, I mean, everybody wants to put a ChatGPT in their website now because you can talk to it and ask questions depending on what it is you want to build. And then the last thing is, yeah, it does have a lot of bugs. Sometimes you're trying to create something and it just errors out and then you don't know what to do. So yeah, unfortunately, that happens sometimes. So that's my review of Base 44, and I definitely think it's a good tool for people getting started. I mean, if you are afraid of doing more complex things, then just to try out an idea quickly, I think it's a really, really good tool to check out. I think it's very interesting that Wix have bought the tool right from the owner. I think that's a really, really good idea for them because now they're, in one of the hottest AI startups now that you can be in, and I think they're going to promote this tool a lot. So you're probably going to see this more and more and more. I wouldn't be surprised if you do. So my advice is, if you want to just get started with this type of thing, just keep trying to add, create things that you have in your head, whatever it could be, whatever idea that you want, anything that you think, oh, this could be helpful for me, have a go at it with Base 44. And then, also try Bolt.new and Lovable if things are getting, a bit complex and not working so well. That's it for this review. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like these.